Alright, what's up everybody? We are on Season 2, Episode 2 of Dog, which is called Dog Matter. Yeah man, so it's been a couple weeks since I watched, I think, Episode 1 of Season 2. I remember at the time I was very eager to dive into it as soon as I could, just because I was super curious to see where the show would sort of pick up. Obviously I've been binging the show like absolutely crazy ever since, since starting the show I should say rather. Now is the first time that I've kind of taken a good long break for myself, because I think that's probably the thing. It's like episode 1 of season 2 was still very much build up, right? Like it was heavy on just setting a bunch of things up, and therefore didn't leave me as impatient to find out what was going to happen. And so naturally it's like that's when you're able to find yourself being able to take a break, I guess, for a little bit. But it had to happen, because that's the thing. I was just watching way too much ahead, honestly. But therefore, I had to, kind of do some re-looking up, like, okay, what happened again in episode 1, and what is everything that we got established? Figured out a couple things there that, like, I don't even know if I was necessarily aware of some of these details. That, like, we know, of course, that the power plant is going to be closing in the 2019 or 2020, it's now rather, right, timeline. But it's actually on that same day that it's being decommissioned that the apocalypse happens, right? So somehow it has something to do with it. And it probably also has something to do with the dark matter that I assume it is, that Jonas literally found at the power plant in the apocalypse in 2053 or whatever it is now, right? So yeah, I'm curious to see where that goes. Obviously, we've seen a couple other things teased already with Noah working now for Adam. So where is that all going to go? I think I'm most excited to see Ulrich back because we didn't see him in episode 1 of season 2. So I wonder, because I mean, we know that he was locked up, right? So I wonder how long he had been locked up. Charlotte could have probably checked that in the newspapers and told us. But then again, the show is obviously not going to tell us those details, and it's going to let us find out on our own when it's ready to do so. So I'm excited to get around to that. But I hope that we see Ulrich sooner rather than later, because he's easily one of my, if not my favorite, characters to follow in the show. Yeah, I think other than that, I've touched on most of what's really important for now. So I'm just curious to get into it, and we're going to see where we go, guys. So for now, if you enjoy my reactions to Dark, then of course you can already watch actually the next 8 episodes. It's funny because I've been saying this whole time that you could watch the next 6 episodes literally since starting, but it's not even like the reactions haven't even gone up on YouTube yet, and I've actually expanded my early access to 8 episodes now. So you can actually watch the next 8 episodes straight away over on Patreon, which is going to be linked on top of the description. What that means is that we'll already be on season 3. So, yeah, go and watch that straight away if you enjoy my reactions to Dark. Your support is, of course, very much appreciated, and that is what allows me to make these videos in the first place. You can also find my full-length reactions there if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And then with that being said, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let's dive into Season 2, Episode 2 of Dark. Who is saying this? Because surely that can't have been the power plant researching that, right? It must have been some different organization, but why was the power plant at the center of it all? Unless it simply was at the power plant.
Auch nach längerer Beobachtung lässt sich nicht sagen, aus welcher Quelle sich die instabile Materie speist.
So this hints that it was kind of purposefully created, I guess.
Die Materie scheint zudem gleichzeitig unabhängig von der Außentemperatur fest, flüssig und gasförmig zu sein.
All three.
Kreisprozess dauerhaft.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you what kind of state this is. Oh my god, it's a solid... What is that even called? Sphere? Ah. Oh, that was only temporary. I guess that's what he was trying to get it to be? Was that at least some progress, or...? Man, Jonas sure seems to at least know what he's doing. Even if he's still failing, of course. 1987. Yeah, okay. One day further. Oh shit, Mikkel waking up the same way as Jonas. The Goonies. Never seen that movie, but I've always wanted to. Captain Future, yeah.
Komm, wird schon alles gut gehen, ne? So noch eine Woche, dann sind schon Ferien.
Meine Mutter hat heute Geburtstag.
Is she still constantly hearing his stories about how he's from the future and stuff? I guess so, right? You never really let go of that. That's the thing, like...
darüber gesagt haben. Die Vergangenheit ist die Vergangenheit.
Und jetzt ist jetzt.
Sure. But Mikkel himself traveled through the cave. I don't understand why he doesn't figure like going back there. Because he knows where it was, right? He could go back if he wants to, no? That's why I was always... didn't quite understand why he decided to even stay in the first place.
Kein Problem. Ich habe ja nichts anderes zu tun.
Regina!
Ich kann das wirklich öfters machen.
Regina!
Never gonna give you up.
Hast du die bloß aufgetrieben?
Alright.
Sieht ja aus wie Gretchen.
Quatsch.
She just looks very similar, but it's definitely not her.
Es gibt da was ich dir sagen muss.
Hallo, Opa. Können wir? Muss nicht Tschüss sagen, kein Problem. Du wolltest mir was sagen?
Is it still the same actress, the kid? Because she looked unrecognizable almost. Didn't have the curls anymore at least.
Also, bis dann.
What did he want to tell her? Oh, I feel like I'm supposed to understand, but I might have been something that happened in the last episode and I don't remember it now. No, because I don't think we saw Egon yet. So it might have been from the season finale rather, but yeah. And so the world was created or something? Yeah.
Das Interview mit Frau Tiedemann. Schon vergessen?
Nein. Ich frage mich nur, warum wir mit Frau Tiedemann anfangen. Sie steht mit keinem der Vermissten in irgendeiner Beziehung.
Interesting, they're gonna interview her.
Alle Personen sind in unmittelbarer Nähe der Höhlen und des AKW-Geländes.
Seems like a pretty obvious connection to me, yeah.
Für den 1986 verschwundenen Bruder ihres Kollegen Ulrich Nielsen.
I can't blame him.
Dann, fänden Sie es nicht außergewöhnlich?
Was?
Dass Alexander Tiedemann den Nachnamen seiner Frau angenommen hat?
Yeah, that's actually something that I remember thinking about when I was scrolling through the website. Interesting that he took over her name. But obviously we know because he faked his identity.
Kommen Sie?
Ja.
Oof. He saw a little glimpse of the picture. It's interesting because the guy is smart and he's catching on to a lot of stuff, but they keep him, you know, Charlotte at least keeps him completely out of the loop. And it makes me wonder if I'm supposed to, you know, question his intentions.
Letztes Jahr. Ich weiß, woher du das Geld hast. Blasen 40 Euro, Anal 85, Spielchen kosten extra.
Dein erster Gedanke ist, dass ich mich prostituiere?
That's what I thought.
Ja, was denn sonst?
Ich verkaufe nicht meine Titten oder meinen Arsch. Ich verkaufe Rezepte für eine scheiß Hormontherapie, du Idiot. Mein Vater hat die früher als Bezahlung für seine Besuche benutzt.
Ah, to Bernadette. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Weißt du, das Problem sind nicht die Geheimnisse. Das Problem ist der Scheiß, den jeder in jeden hineinprojiziert. Ich hab dir gesagt, es geht dich einen Scheißdreck an und es geht dich auch einen Scheißdreck an. Ich kann nicht glauben, dass du mir hinterher spioniert hast. Was für ein Freak bist du denn?
Yeah, she's not exactly wrong. Is future Jonas gonna tell her at least about what's like everything that's going on and, you know, the whole Mikkel thing? Because that's something she still doesn't know. I don't know if she's gonna like hearing about that.
Mit diesem Apparat kann man 33 Jahre in die Vergangenheit und 33 Jahre in die Zukunft reisen. Ich habe alles falsch gemacht. Ich habe versucht, ein Geheimnis zu bewahren. Aber in Wahrheit ist es genau das, was uns kaputt macht. Die Geheimnisse.
So does that mean what I think it means?
Mama, ich weiß, das klingt bescheuert. Deswegen will ich, dass du selber siehst.
He's like, you just find out yourself. He's not gonna just tell her with words. So what? He wants her to travel back here to see Mikkel or what?
Mach mal Platz, Spack. Anscheinend komm mal jetzt.
That's what's so funny about it, but like it should all be obvious because you know how Mikkel looks. You know, like she should remember what the kid looked like in school, right? Like, shouldn't she just see a picture of Mikkel who went missing here in 2019 and recognize him as like the kid that she was talking to all this time and that she ultimately married? Or has she just completely forgotten what he looked like?
Das ist wegen dem Hund. Sie sagt, gehört ihr.
Wait, who? Oh, what? Wait, she's about to be talking to herself? This is getting crazier and crazier.
Und sie sieht aus wie der Hund, den ich hatte, als ich ein Kind war. Gretchen.
Is that the loop? How she goes down the rabbit hole herself now by getting her future self telling her about everything?
Weil es mein Hund ist. Genauso wie es deiner ist.
This is all so fucking bizarre.
Und die Blutwette? Also hat er schon gestreut.
Is the blood test pertaining to him? Why not through the forest?
Warum nicht weit weg?
Ich weiß, es ist schwer zu glauben. Aber ich erinnere mich.
Woran?
An genau diesen Moment.
Being you. Oh my god. But like that also, it's so hard to understand like where's the origin of this, you know?
Gleich wird unsere Sekretärin zum rechten Tisch gehen. Auf dem Weg wird sie sich Luft zuwählen.
Yeah.
Achte auf Kowalczyk. Gleich lässt er seinen Stift fallen. Ich bin du. Und mir wurde von mir gesagt, dass wir eine und dieselbe Person sind.
Das ist unmöglich.
That's what I said.
Ich habe sie auf die andere Seite gebracht, damit du sie findest.
Wow.
Die Höhle. Der Störfall letzten Sommer.
Yeah, she's seen a lot already, that's the thing.
Was passiert?
Yeah, the barrels, the dog now. She doesn't need any more evidence to understand that it's all true. What the hell are we doing? Organizing some kind of house party? We're gonna be playing a bunch of 80s music here, out of the building. Okay, Jonas has a bit of a different music taste, but I appreciate it. This is also kind of my style. What's his purpose, though? To get somebody to show up, I would think. Yeah. Not just somebody. A whole bunch. Oh my god. What does he need them to be here for? A distraction? Does he need the tank? What the what does he need? He needs the tank, doesn't he? Oh, maybe he needs the gasoline. Ah, that's it. He just needs the gasoline. Man. Oh. Yeah, you want to watch out because you're going to be puking this shit out. Yep.
Ich liebe dich.
I didn't even realize it, but Alexander's actor also looks so similar to his future self. I genuinely wonder if some of the actors could be related to each other.
Ihr Mann. Seit wann lebt er in Winden?
Seit 1986.
Yeah, she's not gonna like being questioned about that.
Verstehe ich jetzt nicht, was hat das eine mit dem anderen zu tun? Also wenn wir hier fertig...
It's all connected though. Oh my god, this guy. I like him. He's just trying to get to the bottom of it, dude. I can only appreciate that.
Letztes Jahr kam ein Fremder ins Hotel. Das sind seine Sachen. Ich muss gehen. Elisabeth hat Schwimmunterricht, das habe ich ganz vergessen.
What did she get? I mean, you can already tell by she's lost all breath. Utterly clusterfucked. This guy knows she's keeping him out of the loop. I kind of feel bad for him, but again, I don't know where he stands and like what the reason is for Charlotte's keeping everything to herself and seemingly also perhaps a couple other people not working at the police, right?
Dieser Fremde. Wie sah der genau aus?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's still here, so they can find him. Damn, dude, they're both going. Should there not be a fourth passageway now?
Was machen wir hier?
Es ist sicherer, von hier aus zu reisen.
Are they just gonna use the device then? Are the passageways gone? I don't understand. Yeah, I think so, right? Actually, is that what it is? Like the passageways are closed off and so you couldn't even go back anymore? He specifically wants her to see about Mikkel, so I guess they are going to 1986, right? Mikkel is literally in the forest already. It's like he's just waiting for them to show up soon. Walking out of the cave. Oh, he can feel it. Wow. Yeah, he's about to see them walk out. How would that not have messed up the... Yeah, I guess it wouldn't have. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have. Mikkel knows that he's from the future anyway.
Müsstest du nicht in der Schule sein?
Fuck, Noah's waiting for them here too. Of course, he knew that this was all gonna happen.
Ich kenne sie. Sie waren im Krankenhaus.
He can't do anything to him though.
Warum bist du nicht in der Schule?
Who the hell eats an apple like that?
Da würde ich aber lieber nicht rein. Da drin ist es wie in einem Labyrinth. Sind schon manche nicht mehr rausgekommen. Mats verschwinden. Das lässt mich nicht los. An dem Tag. Da
Further
hattest du
questioning.
Schicht im AKW.
Yeah, about the note in the book that he left. That was about him, right?
Er hat gesagt, er kann alles ändern. Er kann die Vergangenheit ändern und die Zukunft.
Wer hat es gesagt?
Shit, man.
Aber niemand kann das ändern. Niemand. Nicht einmal der weiße Teufel.
Der weiße Teufel. Das hast du schon mal gesagt. Damals, als Kind.
Do we know if they ever found Helga back? I guess so, right? I never quite understood what even happened there.
Was ist das? Das ist die größte Entdeckung der Menschheit. Und zugleich ihr Untergang. Es lässt dich durch die Zeit reisen.
God, man, they're all participating now. Yeah, she's got one too.
33 Jahre, bis der Kreis erneut geschlossen ist. In 5 Tagen beginnt alles neu. Du musst Adam stoppen.
Wer ist Adam?
Du verstehst es jetzt noch nicht.
The ultimate bad guy.
Aber bald. Du hast nicht mehr viel Zeit mit Regina. Aber wenn alles gelingt, dann wird sie leben.
And I'm out of here. Have fun. How does that work though? If 5 days from now the apocalypse happens and that's sort of what resets the cycle, what does that mean? What about all the time in between? I mean, at least for all the... Yeah, how should I put that? All the time before this last area here, 2052, 53. Oh god. I guess this is all changeable, but the past isn't really changeable, is it? Elizabeth.
Alles in Ordnung?
Letztes Jahr, als die Kinder verschwunden sind, war ein Mann in Reginas Hotel. Er hatte Zeichnungen dabei. Kopien.
Was sind das für Zeichnungen?
Die sind aus dem Buch. Das Buch, das mein Großvater geschrieben hat. Eine Reise durch die Zeit. Alle haben immer gesagt, er ist ein Spinner.
Wo bist du gerade?
Aber er wusste, dass das alles wahr ist.
Wait, is the professor her grandfather? I don't know if we knew that already. Maybe I've just forgotten, to be honest. There's so many fucking details.
Wer meine Eltern wirklich sind.
Oh. What's with her parents? Shit, man. Whoa, they captured him and are about to hang him. Fucking hell. Does she not know him?
Warum lügst du sie an? Warum sagst du nicht, dass wirklich in der Todeszone ist?
Holy shit. The dead zone.
Alle werden sterben. In 5 Tagen, in meiner Zeit. Ich muss das stoppen. Euer Paradies, das gibt es nicht. Aber hinter der Mauer...
Oh my god. I mean, what's... Yeah, there's nothing stopping him. Oh. Damn, I honestly thought he was done for. So what, it was just a message? Yeah, okay, so he's trying to prevent people from dying in this year, but what was it that caused Elizabeth and some others to survive?
Haben wir einen Mann verhaftet, hat damals 2 Kinder getötet und den Helge Doppler entführt. Ich wollte wissen, was aus dem geworden ist. Ja, ich warte.
Ulrich, yeah. Where is he now?
Was ist immer noch hier?
What? How does this work anymore, dude? Because now in 1986, shouldn't there be both then a young Ulrich and an old Ulrich? I mean, yeah, obviously we've seen young Ulrich. I'm stupid, but...
Der müsste schon 34 Jahre hier sein.
Der Kommissar? Den nennen wir hier so.
Der Inspektor?
Ja, ist schon länger hier als die meisten, die hier arbeiten. Gehört quasi zum Inventar.
Hat er auch Freigang?
Nein, der ist in der geschlossenen.
The closed ward? aka he's nuts?
Der da drüben. Mit den langen grauen Haaren.
Danke.
This story is getting crazier and crazier every episode, man. He's gonna give me some Rust and Coal vibes, isn't he?
Mein Name ist Egon Tiedemann. Ich habe Sie vor 34 Jahren verhaftet.
Ah, that's cool. He kind of looks like Ulrich.
Wie könnte ich dich jemals vergessen? Ich wollte... Ich habe ein paar Fragen.
Does he still go by the name Ulrich? Should he not have the exact same name as you know, Kid Ulrich?
My only aim is to take many lives. The more, the better I feel.
Ich kenne das. Das haben Sie schon mal gesagt. Was hat das zu bedeuten?
Das bedeutet, dass du Trottel immer noch nichts verstanden hast. Aber vielleicht ist es auch dein Schicksal.
Oh my god, so he never went back. But he still knows as our Ulrich when he died, because he saw it in the paper, I guess. Dude, this is so fucking good. I mean, yeah, it's just another Michael situation, like both existing in the same time span.
Wo warst du denn?
Ich habe mir solche Sorgen gemacht. Glaubst du an Gott? Glaubst du, dass er für uns einen Plan hat?
Ich glaube zum Beispiel, dass Gott dafür gesorgt hat, dass du zu mir kommst. Und dass sein Plan für mich ist, für dich da zu sein.
Yeah, you can imagine how troubled Mikkel must have been all this time leading up all the way to his suicide. Honestly, how did he bear with that for that long? And again, he didn't even need to commit suicide, right? Because we know now that these characters can continue existing, technically. in the same time area if they want to. But what does it even mean to commit suicide when you know you're still gonna be alive in a different form? Oh man, this is all so bizarre. Yeah, and Jonas is still locked up here. Injured now too. Okay, is she going to free him perhaps? Does she see something in him? Who even is she? I mean, she's not old enough for us to know her from any previous timelines, I guess, unless she also time traveled. But that's doubtful.
Warum hat sie dich nicht getötet?
Because she knows him.
Wer bist du wirklich?
I guess she is also trying to find answers. And knows very little. Because Jonas did mention that Elizabeth was hiding from everybody. Yeah.
Was wirklich in der Todeszone ist.
So, does that have to do with the power plant then, I guess? Yeah, right, because it was surrounded by the walls. It's about the matter, yeah. I guess Elizabeth is one of the only people here that knows about the time travel. Somehow it was only Elizabeth that survived, perhaps? Yeah, must have been, because I guess future Jonas even didn't survive. Well, future Jonas time traveled again, it's so fucking weird. I guess that's also why Elizabeth didn't kill Jonas in the end, is because she is still... technically does hold out hope that there is a solution perhaps to it all, right? Even if she might have kind of given up on finding it. Oh, she's about to see Mikkel here from a distance. Yeah, honestly, how did you never catch on? Man. Been waiting for this moment all this time for Hannah to find out. What's with the roster? Okay, a dig site. What did she hide in here? She hit something here in the past. Oh, dude. So good. It's all so smart, man. Time machine. Like what? Follow me or? Yeah, 1953. 54 now. Yeah, he has the gasoline now, so... Can he achieve something more with it, or is he just gonna be able to give it another shot, I guess, whatever he's doing?
Sie hat gesagt, es ist ein Portal.
Wer?
Ich habe Kassetten. Da spricht eine Frau drauf. Ihr Name ist Claudia Tiedemann. Ich weiß, es macht alles keinen Sinn, aber das da ist vielleicht der einzige Weg, um zurück nach Hause zu kommen.
To go back home, but she's not used to any other home, right? I guess he clued her in on everything already. Oh man, it's sucking him in. Well, looks like... Yeah.
Jonas!
Where did he end up now? Maybe 1921? Probably some kind of origin point. Damn, dude. What an episode, as per usual. Alright guys, well I'm gonna keep the review a little short because I still want to watch another one, but these episodes, they take so much out of me, man. I also feel like, honestly, most of the commentary, like, I think I give pretty useful input already during the reactions anyway, so it's like there's not even that much to cover anymore in the reviews afterwards. But what a great... dude, like every single time the how should I say this, but the situations, they become even more baffling to think about, like, holy shit, that it actually did go like that, you know? It's not like the show strays away from creating the possibility of, like, having literally the same characters exist in a timeline together, you know? Like, I remember already being utterly perplexed when I came to these kinds of realizations about Mikkel, right? Like, wait, so you're telling me that young Mikkel... or how should I put this? Like, Michael still existed in a world where young Mikkel was growing up too? Why did he never reach out to him? How did they never, you know... And I will say, like, that's still maybe one of the slight... I don't know if you can call it like a plot hole or something, but something that I do think is a little hard to rationally explain. That like, how does Hannah literally not remember Mikkel already with the way he looked? Like, oh my god, that looks just like the kid that I've been talking to and that ended up being my husband way back when, right? Like, that's the one tricky part about it where I feel like, yeah, not that I want to like call out a bunch of inconsistencies or something with the show or something, right? Maybe there is actually a way to explain it, I guess, but I don't really think there is. I think that's the one part that's a little hard to believe. But that being said, everything else is still like it's still very much believable that a character who ended up in a previous timeline and then stays there, right? So for example, you have Ulrich. Like, it's believable that Ulrich, knowing what he knows, still decides not to reach out, I guess, to like his, or maybe he even did, right? Like, we don't even know that. They could have still reached out to their younger selves or something. It didn't even, well, I guess not, because if he did, then his regular Ulrich that we saw back in season 1 would have already known about everything that was happening and stuff, right? So that's the thing. Claudia, for example, we see there that like that did actually happen. Like, it's this weird time paradox where Claudia herself started to come to an understanding. Well, she already saw signs, of course, but then it wasn't until she met her future self that went back to greet her that she herself decided to go on the quest. And so that's where it gets confusing. But again, it all does still make sense, and that's what I like. Yeah. Therefore, also again, we're seeing it now with Ulrich, right? Like, seeing that in 1986 there existed both a young and an old version of himself being there. But the old version, yeah, just kind of ended up in the, well, I don't know, like the mental ward or whatever it's called. And everybody just assumed that he was crazy, I guess, kind of like Helge, which is fascinating. I mean, we saw Helge also, well, he, of course, time traveled to try and stop his younger self, but then ended up dying there, actually. So it's, dude, you gotta love the time loops. And maybe one thing that was still on my mind that I can touch on is like, how should I put this? I don't really think that I should question the intentions of any of the characters except for Noah and his, religious cult, whatever you want to call it, right? They are the bad guys right now. But it's interesting because it's actually kind of like a conversation that happened in the start of this episode already between Magnus and Franziska. So many characters. But where Franziska went like, yeah, it's not about the secrets that we keep, it's about the things that we assume from each other, like that we keep these secrets for bad intentions or something. I think that's kind of what she was talking about. And it's interesting because I see a very similar thing going on here, where it's like you have the police guy who Charlotte is hiding stuff from, but like I can't say that I understand why she's hiding from him, I guess, but at the same time I don't think that I think the police guy is probably just doing the right thing himself, right? Like, I don't really think that I should question his intentions. I totally understand he wants to just get to the bottom of it all. The same thing goes for Claudia. The same thing goes for Jonas in the future. The same thing goes for basically everybody except Noah, right? Like, at the end of the day, I think they're all good guys, I guess, as you can put it. I don't know if the situation will turn out to be as black and white as I'm portraying it, but at least for now, that's how I do think I can see it. But yeah, it's fascinating stuff, guys. Absolutely fucking love it. And I'm excited to see where we go from here. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it all for now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the next episode, of course. And if you can't wait, then you can already watch the next 8 episodes straight away over my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there will already be on season 3, so go and check it out right now. Your support is very much appreciated, and is what allows me to make these videos in the first place. So yeah, I would very much appreciate it. But then for now, I want to thank you all a lot for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.